Good morning, everyone. It is August 10th, Tuesday, August 10th. Time for some tacos or some tequila because it's Tuesday. Hey, maybe both. It's Tuesday, right? Okay, taking a look here at our futures, you can see that we are really flat, kind of across the board. We're just a little bit green here in the NASDAQ, a little bit red here in the Dow Jones and in the SPY. There you go, those are the futures, but very, overall, just ridiculously flat here. And a little bit red here in the Russell as well, but pretty much just flat going into today's session. And that is going to help set us up for some nice trades. What I'm watching here in the Russell in particular is that we can kind of move our way back up here. Let's look at it at the IWM. Watching this to see if we can get back up. We touched that 50. We quickly retraced and came back to this point of control line and kind of settled on there. So looking for another move to test that 50 and then eventually move on above that. The Q's just in a really nice, I know it looks really small on this chart. Let's make it just a little bit bigger. You know, the Q's very nice here. I think this is actually, that might be an inside candle from yesterday, but, you know, taking a nice little walk up, putting in a little step here, and we'll see if we continue our walk along. Overall, the charts are in a pretty good spot. I know it feels very choppy during the day because it is, and we're just kind of creeping, which is a lot harder to trade sometimes to be able to make those quick profits. So anyway, make sure that as we kind of just, you know, continue to creep along here, this longer term trend line, you can see we just keep kind of following up, hitting our head on it. Make sure that you keep your risk, overnight risk, and your sizing appropriate, because you want to make sure, let's say you want to add something before the close, not sure obviously how the next day is going to open up, maybe just take on a half size and test it out and see if then you want to continue on, and you can always add to it in the morning or, you know, wait till the morning. Just keep a really good feeling for your own risk, and then don't ride the airplane to the crash site. Okay, so let's hop into a few charts. There's a few that we looked at yesterday. As we do most days, we come in and before the close, in that last hour, we run through some scans. Space popped up on this scan. So this one, actually, a nice inside day here. I like this on a day trade above yesterday's high, looking for that 50. If you're looking for a swing trade, to me, I really would like this to close over the 50. So keep that in mind. Great for day trading, but potentially more of a day trade until we have a nice close, and then maybe even a follow-on open over the 50, which is at that 40. I will take a look at those 40 strikes in September for space. Okay, coin, great day trader coming into today, I think, because we have earnings in coin, and look at that beautiful move off of breaking this trend line. We pushed right through it, hung out, not really sure if we were going to continue on, came in yesterday, gapped up. Bitcoin as well made a nice continued move up, and you can see Bitcoin is down a little from yesterday's high, still green from yesterday's close, so kind of hanging in there. Not a real convincing candle as of this point, but we touched this. I drew in this resistance line that's just shy of the Fibonacci line. You can see it here. We touched it here pre-market and then pushed back down again. So this line here, I think, is a very good spot to look. It is the beginning of a gap. There's a gap in here. So that marks the beginning of moving into that gap. So I would keep an eye on that if you are trading any Bitcoin, such as coin. Of course, they have earnings after the close, so probably just a day trader today, I would think, for most. And Mara, Riot, those are very easy day traders, so take a look at those. All right, net. Someone in the community actually did point out that this was added to the IBD board, I think is what it was. Oh, well, go figure. Of all times for that to happen, here I am using it, and okay. Nice move here yesterday. So some of this movement post earnings, of course, and then being added to that that playlist, increased volume here. I do like net anyway, because this is a really good space for if you're thinking about ransomware and how often that really does happen. And this is one of those names that plays into that basket. I like the 917 130s on that. All right, I'm already in AA. It did not close as well as I would have liked yesterday, but keeps testing that trend line. But another play kind of in that same sector would be Nucor, NUE, taking a excuse me, taking a look here. Nice bullish day, coming right up above a lot of the volume resistance, looking to test those highs at 110. I like NUE, and I like the September 17th 110s on those. Talked about Chewy yesterday. Chewy hit the 8, pushed up, really nice open window candle. I like the look of this all the way up here to that trend line. If we can push through there, I like it longer term to come and hit this upper trend line. On Chewy, I'm watching both the 90 and the 95s in September. And so in the semiconductor, we know that AMD, which is set up here for I'm going to watch this for a reversal play here in AMD. But in the same sector, take a look at this. Big bullish gap held in this nice little range. Look at these tails. Nice big tails closing higher end of their candle. I like the bullish look in ON. And I like the 10, 15, 45s. Why the 10-15s? Well, I just didn't see anything in September. That doesn't mean that something won't start building today in the September options. So I will stick with the October, but be sure to check out both of those. All right, Snap. Another one post earnings, big bullish gap. Held in, bounced off this fib line, kind of trading in a range, looking for a move up above yesterday's high, and then take it for continued on for the breakout here. I like the 917.80s in Snap. Oh, snap. Was that not funny? I thought that was a little funny. Zoom. Watching Zoom for a reversal as well. Now, we may not get that push down and then push back up, but look at this. We held on to a nice little volume shelf here, pushed up well off of yesterday's low, so keeping an eye on Zoom for a reversal here. I would keep an eye on the 385s in Zoom. I know those are actually quite expensive. And then, wow, I cannot say enough about Moderna, NVAX, BNTX. These names have just done really well. Now, they are very extended. That doesn't mean that they can't continue to extend for a long time. I would just keep that in mind if you're looking to take them on for overnight risk versus day trading them. But all of those look absolutely beautiful. And then lastly, keep an eye on Docu. Now I'm going to watch Docu to see which options I actually like during the day, because as they're set up right now, I'm not a fan of many of them. The ones that I would like, they have extremely high decay. So typically I would be looking at like the 310s, 320s, but their decay is really, their theta is very, very high. So I'm just going to keep an eye on those before setting those up. But keep an eye on this chart. I really like the overall chart. Nice march up. We took a break. Nice march up, pulled back to the 20, and now kind of just sidestepping a bit. And that's an inside candle from yesterday. So that's just a really good look. I like it on a break above yesterday's close. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. All right, I should be here most of the day. Lexi is home from daycare today. So I will not be on the mic as much, but I will be paying very close attention to what's going on. If you have any questions, let me know. Reach out, heatherc@givingtreetrading.com, or hit me up in the chat room. Send me a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal, however you wish. I will be here if you have any questions.